Next up, we got a very special guest, DJ Chadddaddy, a very good friend of mine, years and years and years.
Go back.
So
we are in here.
Before we have an exclusive one-on-one interview, we about to be blessed with his hands, his ear of music.
We're gonna try.
Oh no.
You know?
Oh no.
Yo, Chad is dope too. You know, Chad, I'm listening, so.
I appreciate you.
Chad is musically inclined in general, though.
Yeah, dancers. It's fucking dancers.
Musician, DJ.
No, there's a meme that I saw. It was like a meme, and it was. I loved it. It said, "Never trust a DJ who can't dance."
I actually have that on my Instagram.
Oh, do you?
I probably posted that probably a year ago, and everybody reacted. You know, you hashtag all the DJs and dancers, and then they all respond. They're like, "Yeah, exactly, that's right. Yo, my boy DJs, but he doesn't dance like me, so he's kind of like weird." And it's like, "Oh, my boy plays dope tracks, but he can't mix, but he's a dope dancer." It's like, so when you can find that common ground, it's kind of like gold. So
because y'all know what people like.
You know what
overall.
Exactly.
So, the next 30 minutes is about to be dedicated to DJ Chadddaddy.
Yeah.
Only on TheDrop, Track Live
Radio.
Radio, Thursday 4 to 7. Chadddaddy.
don't be a bitch.
Getting head for some chick, you know. See, it's all about
Yeah. DJ Chadddaddy.
Chadddaddy.
Chadddaddy in the building.
Chadddaddy.
Yo, amazing
I don't know.
mix.
I'm just trying to,
You want to come over here?
Yeah. Oh.
Come over here.
Let me go over there.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Come
on
there.
round from
So far away.
behind them decks.
The mix.
Mix. Okay.
Thoughts, Mikey?
I liked it. Yes. I appreciate the selection. No, it's dope. Super dope.
Ooh.
It's a different experience with the headphones on.
Yeah. It's the reverb, the echo. Yeah, man. I with the 30 minutes of just playing, and you come in with an idea, and then you're like, no.
Yeah.
But isn't that DJing in general?
It is, you know.
Right?
It's better that way because you always want to be prepared. But I think when I DJ, I try to. What I like about my favorite DJs is that they are DJing. It's not, super clean, and you kind of feel, oh, they switched it up, and then they're going for a different vibe, or okay, they're setting a tone somewhere else.
Yeah.
And when I play live, I kind of do that. I like to do like kind of mashups too. So if I'm gonna play a Tribe song and people like it, you'll get like maybe 3 Tribe songs. Or I always fit in Michael or Prince in my sets, just because.
Yes.
I appreciate
I knew it
Prince.
was coming out there. It's only a matter of time. I knew
Yeah,
it was coming.
it's just
Jazz? Sure.
That's just how. That was my immediate connection to music was Michael, and as I got older, Prince made more sense to me. It's just he's more adult. You know what I'm saying? But
Prince is the GOAT.
yeah, it's
Prince is the GOAT.
So I don't know. Sometimes I'm nervous too. See, this is my first time. I'm excited to be around
Welcome
my friends.
to radio.
Yeah, I'm
Hey.
excited to be, with my friends. But I wanted to, make sure that I don't know, kind of represented myself and, be organic and entertain you guys, and also keep in mind technique and just certain things and the elements.
That's why when we get here, we try to give everybody shots, and everybody just loosens up, and just kind of ends up becoming
so I'm gonna go ahead and admit that we have the Moesha up in here.
Yes.
If you don't know what that is, it's called the Brandy.
Brandy.
The Brandy, aka Mo to the E.
I never know what it is. They just pour it, and I take it.
I'm learning that. So
You just gotta take it, Next time we're gonna bring tequila.
Oh my goodness.
We've never had tequila here, have we?
No, we haven't.
Well, you just came back from Mexico.
I did. That's all I was drinking was
She
tequila.
brought back shot glasses.
Oh, you're
with
over
tequila.
it. You're over it. I get it.
But the tequila was really smooth out there. I didn't get no Patron or nothing. I just got like a Reposado.
Right.
Reposado or something like that.
Reposado.
Yeah.
Reposado.
Reposado. It was bomb.
Sounds.
So, Chad, let's take it back some years because you weren't always a DJ.
No.
And when I met you, you were dancing.
Yes.
So you started out as a dancer. Tell us a little bit about your story, coming into dancing and kind of the transition into DJing.
Okay, so I kind of realized recently that I have what the word is synesthesia. which is where you can taste colors, see sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean that I'm talented. It just means that things process differently. You know, when through your brain.
You're Rain Man.
Yeah. Well, no. Just because you have that, because I learned that, I would say, because I heard, believe it or not, I heard Kanye on an interview, because everyone was really bashing Kanye for the last year or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, man, I don't know.
He was doing weird shit.
He was doing weird stuff, but I was like, you know what? I still there's something about it that still hits a nerve with me, and he's talented. So I did like a YouTube search on him and watched all these interviews. And as I got to kind of see his process, I understand him, because when you're a creative person, the only outlet you have and the only speech you have is really through your creativity, right? Mm. And he was talking about this synesthesia, where he sees things and he puts it together. And I'm like, man, I do the same thing. So my first experience with music was dance. So once I learned how to groove and kind of like figure out what my rhythm was, I'm like, okay, this is like a really deep connection. At a young age too, like what is this? And then I got older, I started DJing, playing music for people, and I like to see people dance. And then I got into music, I started playing guitar, and then got really...
You play guitar.
Yeah, I do.
I'm so jealous.
He played it live. He's actually nice. Just seen that for the circus set for TM.
Yeah, we if you guys don't know, me and Alexis were on Team Millennia, and we did a we did this performance, and I played a live guitar, and it was funny because I was there to dance, but I had this dream of being a rock star. I wanted to play music live, and I convinced our director, it was Jed and Danny and Sean and all them, hey, why don't you let me play live guitar during our set so I can be in front of, with Vibe, and Vibe had like so many thousands, or like 1,000 something people.
Over thousands, yeah.
So that was my loophole of, I'm gonna play live guitar for 30 seconds in front of so many people, and we got a great response. And it was it's all connected. Your love for music, whether it's being on the radio, playing music, DJing, musicianship, dance, it's all really important, and especially with dance too, because we're visually connected to music, meaning that we're creating visuals. And Jay knows this too, because this is all he does, it seems like. You're connected to a visual to accommodate a sound, right? Mm-hmm. And, I'm the same way too. I still teach. I've actually focused more on my teaching and my instruction. But my outlet is DJ and playing guitar and dance. It's just like, you can't, it's just so deep into you, that you just have to find a way to get it out. And like I said, I see these things. I see certain sounds. Doesn't mean I'm good at it. It just means that I need to put something together, or else you kind of become kind of stir crazy, you know what I'm saying? Right. So the outlets are important. And with DJing, it's kind of, it's fun because all you gotta do is play good tracks and work on some good technique and mix it well. And
do you find that as a DJ, like, you don't necessarily listen to like what people play, but more about the in between, like how they get from whatever they're playing to the next thing?
Yeah.
I like listen to mixtapes and like I'll fast forward the song just to see what they do in between. The little gap in between that song A and song B.
Of course. I being here, having 30 minutes of playing is, it's a good amount of time. At the same time, it's, it's not very long, so you kind of want to represent yourself. Mm-hmm. But
it's hard, especially with the short sets.
Oh yeah, it's hard. But it's the way I think. It's really hard to say. Everyone likes to battle what a DJ is now. What you play, how you play, how you transition. Do you scratch? Do you not? Do you use whatever?
There's so many different like little variances when it comes to DJing. You're a DJ. What kind of DJ are you? Do you play on turntables? Do you play on CD? Do you play just electronic music? Mm-hmm. I'm like, why do I have to just play this or just play on this? Like, it's real weird.
No, it's for me. It gets really frustrating because I have a lot of close DJ friends. They're great, man. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing this. They've given me a lot of insight to guide my craft, and it's gotten me really, to a certain level that I enjoy. But at the same time, people are closed-minded, and with us dancers, like, we always try to dance to some different song or a different sound or a different lyric or whatever. So that approach to choreography, I would approach to music or playing music. So, if you're gonna catch a groove for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let people kind of fall into it with you, and then switch it up. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like choreography. So say like, Chris, Jay, he's got his set going. He's gonna have a groove moment. Then he's gonna have his like hype moment, and then he's gonna bring it down. He's gonna bring it up. It's called dynamics. And just in dance and just in music, same thing with your DJ set.
Storytelling.
Yeah, you're storytelling, and people what they don't get is like, I'm gonna drop the dopest track, the hypest track, and be so whatever cliche word you want to use, lit, hype, whatever.
And there's a time and place for that too.
There is.
Like, but sometimes
you can't always be that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And when people ask,
everything is Coachella.
Exactly. And when they ask you, oh, what do you do? Well, I DJ. If they go, well, what do you spin? It's like, what do I not spin? I don't get it. Well, do you do EDM? Do you do house? Do you do funk? Do you do hip hop? It's like, yeah.
I do. I play everything.
I can play all that. And they're like, oh, well, I have a friend that does trap. Well, like trap, like T.I. trap music, or like trap, like EDM trap, or what? Oh, what? Well, then this conversation's not gonna keep going,
right?
Because you're not a musical person to me. If someone's like, oh, you DJ, you spin, and they're like, dope, man, I want to check you out, cool, and they'll come, and then I can play Prince, and I can play Tribe, and I can play, you could play those tracks, and they go, dude, I just like the way you put music together. And then that's the audience.
They're almost like blown away because like in essence they really didn't even know what DJing was.
Exactly.
I was having this conversation, this is probably like a year ago. I was talking to this girl, like I just finished a set somewhere. Or it was some after party, whatever, but she was asking me what I did, and I was like, oh, I DJ and this and that, and we exchanged like social media handles. And she's like, oh, I DJ too. And I was like, oh, that's tight,
Right.
Cool.
And then what?
And then so she like we exchanged social media handles, and she looked at my Instagram, whatever. She saw DJ stuff. She looks at me. She goes, "Oh," and I go, "What?" She goes, "Oh, you're like a DJ, like a real DJ."
Oh no! What?
And I was like, "Well, yeah, we talked about that."
Yeah.
I'm like, right? She goes, "No, but you're like a real DJ." I'm like, "Well, we both said that we were both DJs, as opposed to whatever she does. She has like a controller, like she plays EDM.
Okay.
She likes to play EDM." So I was like, it was just kind of weird because in her mind, like we were categorized as the same. Until she saw like what it was, and then all of a sudden.
Well, it's kind of crazy to me because I lost that mentality a long time ago. I had a lot of ego and a lot of pride because when you take pride in your craft, you get a little, you have that B-boy, B-girl mentality, like I'm better,
Yeah.
But as you
what track is that? Be like, I'm telling you what track.
Exactly, or it's like a crew, like you have a dance crew, and then you're similar to this other crew, and you're like, nah, we're going to competition, or like, who's better? We're similar, but who's better? It's just that mentality, and this is where this art form came from. It's hip hop. Hip hop was created off the battle. It was created from the street. It was created for something raw. So you have that mentality at first because it's what's kind of like.
It's natural.
It's natural, but when you get to a professional level where you collect the right music and you meet the right people and you create a website and you get checks written to your business and you write checks to other, you know what I mean? You become a professional, you look at the whole grand scheme of things and you go, yo, we should all be doing this together to make money and do what we love to do, right? Now, when people get that, they have that closed-minded approach, it's frustrating now because I'm like, dude, like I don't care if you're on a controller. I don't care if you put two iPods together. How do you do it?
Yeah.
If you do it well, if you can play the right tracks, you're gonna make me excited. That's all I care about. If you play guitar, I love acoustic. Me growing up, I was into hard rock, heavy metal, electric guitar. If I didn't ride the lightning, then I wasn't messing with you, right? But no, it's the approach, it's the texture, it's your musicality. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with dance. If you're buck. If you lock, if you break, if you two-step, it's what you put into that one step or that one song or that one piece of gear is what makes it special. And the bottom line is we all need to be doing what we love to do, and whatever success you have, whether it's getting paid $100K a year or I just want to provide for my family, or I just want to I want to have a nice dinner at the end of the month. That's whatever your success is. As long as you're doing what you love. And I speak for all the artists out there, everyone in this room, there's a way to do it. And the best way to do it is to embrace everyone and also be different and embrace someone else's unique way to do something, as long as it comes from a good place. Going back to what we first talked about was people want to get hype, and they see the grand scheme of things of like a stage and like being famous, kind of they chalk it up to kind of being like that. But it's like, no, dude, I'm sure Mike would attest to this. Like, if you could just put me in a corner with no lights and I could just have my turntables and just rock, I'll rock.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like, boom, I'm dropping a track now, look at me, I'm playing someone else's music, I'm great. No. You know what I'm saying? So people kind of fall victim to that, and that's with anything, whether it's dance, singing, hip hop, rap, DJing, whatever art form. But you have to have some kind of organic approach and conviction to what you do, and it doesn't matter what you do, whether it's you're the best at drawing straight lines. You're gonna be the best at drawing a straight line. You know what I'm saying? So it's just important that I'm here, and I get to, I've known a lot of you guys for a long time. And I'm impressed with the setup. I'm impressed with I'm impressed with you, Lexus. Like, I've known you for a long time. You're doing this this is like a different side of you. I've known Mike for a long time, but we've never really connected. And I follow you on social media. I know you do like jiu-jitsu and like I love and Jay too. Like, he's been doing this for years, and he's still passionate about it, and still doing carnivals and still pushing his craft. And it's so special to me to see people that I came up around still do it, because I'm doing it. And I'm happy. Of course there's other things that I want, and of course I would love more money, but only so it can give me more options to do more of the stuff I do already.
One of the cool things, I was listening to a podcast, and so they were talking about like what money is, you know? And it put so many people put so much emphasis on like money, and money being like the goal or whatever, and he broke it down really well. He's like, look, the only thing money is good for is that when you have it, you just don't have to think about it, and that should be it. It's just a stress in life that is eliminated when you have money, and we can deal with that. Like, it's all good. We're like all artists. Like, we know that struggle, but like you were saying, it goes back to everybody here, and for the most part, has done what they love to do, which is why they're good at doing it.
And you see people going into different avenues, like, just to know, like, I only knew Chad as a dancer, and he actually danced on That's So Raven.
Oh, goodness.
I have to remember that, because that was one of my favorite shows.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was like 20.
He was on That's So Raven. But to see him DJ and be like, dang, Chad, you're actually dope. Like, it's cool to see where we start and then what we go into. Like, I know not only jiu-jitsu, like, you act too, Mikey. You know what I mean? Like, you do more stuff. So it's cool to kind of see dance being that foundation of everything and opening up so many doors and different avenues.
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of find, how many dancers do you know that have like found their passion because of dance, right?
So many.
Yeah, like so many. Just
you see a lot of people we looked up to, have switched it up. They changed up what they were doing. Maybe they still have their hand in the dance world, but they created a product, or they're directing, or they're just managing a team of directors to do something else.
They're like artistic people.
I had a good conversation with one of my good friends. She's a DJ now, used to be a dancer. She says, dance is a great gateway profession. And this was before I started DJing heavily. And I'm like, And that was it of the conversation, because like, hi and bye. And I'm like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And, I had to kind of think about that. I'm like, well, dance, it's you don't need equipment. You just need a room, have some music, get your friends around. But at the same time, it's like, things cost money, and people don't value certain things. I'm gonna say dancers because, well, you don't have anything. Well, you don't bring equipment. So it's like, well, it's exposure. It's the whole runaround.
Yeah.
The exposure line.
The exposure line.
For everybody out there that at any point who you have like some sort of product and you hire people, that line, like, it's great exposure, is like an immediate red flag for me.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people who've been in the industry, so stop. Find another scam.
Yes, please, for real.
Yeah, it's hard because this is who we are. It's not like, can you just type up a report on the sales of last month? No, this is who we are. This is our product. Jay over here will sit in a room and choreograph for how many hours, and then you put it on the stage. Like, that takes time.
Yeah.
Yo, money is time. When you wake up in the morning and say you start your job at 3 p.m. and you work till 10. Okay. You wake up at 11. How many hours you have between 3? Maybe an hour drive. Dude, that's valuable time where you could be doing something to create more opportunities, more money, and I mean money by creating enough, keep putting ourselves in a good financial situation, do what we love to do. Mm-hmm. I don't like to talk. And another thing I really hate, and I don't know, maybe you guys said this on the show, but I'm gonna put my opinion on it, is the hustle. It's about the hustle. Yes, but what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I just hustle. What are you talking about? Like, I get it. Like, yeah, hustle, but where are you?
It's such a broad statement. Yeah. Like, I could say that to Alexis. She could say it to me because we know each other. And like, I know your business, you know my business. Right. But like, if to like a random person, like, just hustling.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Are you selling drugs? Are you selling real estate? There's such a broad gap here.
Right. And like I said, it's a loose term, and it's how it was at first. But people are like, I'm just hustling and doing my thing. It's like, cool, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, you're kind of scattered.
Yeah, you're reaching, man. It's all good. Just like, I have no problem telling people whenever like, how was this week? What do you got going on? I'm just look dead in the eye and go, absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. You're like, really? Like, yeah, well, not to say it's always like that, but it's not always busy, So,
no.
Yeah, I get really busy, and sometimes I'm super free.
But you know what? That's also important, too. You need rest. You need time to yourself.
Yeah, of course. Why does everybody feel like you got to be like, doing something? What are you doing? What are you up to? What are you up to these days? What do you got going on this week? What do you got
people
going
forget.
on?
People take vacations.
No.
I don't know, man. Yeah. I'm just creating. I'm just practicing the stuff that I like to do.
Right. And like I said, the hustle thing, like it's to the point now where people, it's almost cliche. Like, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm hustling. If I was talking to Jay over here and was like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, I'm hustling. I'm trying to get these classes. Then okay, you're following up with your hustle, and I understand. But some people are like, yo, I'm just, I'm just hustling. What does that mean? Well, I'm at my job, and like, I got this thing over here I'm working on. It's like, but like, I do this and I go here. It's like, well, you're scattered, man.
It's a bunch of nothing because they just said this and here and.
Right, you gotta somehow focus something, reel it in. This is all actually new to me, and this is something that I've been going through the last 2 years. Because I'm 32. You gotta get, you gotta figure something out.
We up there, Chad.
We up there. I know exactly. You gotta figure something out, and you don't have to. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but you gotta have a direction. I know that I love music, and if I could dance and DJ and play guitar, it's all the same.
Do you like? Do you like DJing as a career? Like, do you feel like it's rewarding, especially the fact that you still teach and you still dance, but you can actually create more income with DJing, like.
Yeah, where do you fall on the spectrum? I'm curious about this.
Okay, here's the thing. I have a mentor, and he's been really great, and he's really helped me out in the last couple of years. But he's always asked me, "Yo, Chad, I respect you, and I want to invest in you." I'm like, "Invest in what? I don't. What are you talking about?
You write me a check or something?"
Yeah, like, what do you mean? He's like, "No. I see what you do," because he follows me on social media, and his daughter was one of my students. And he's like, "You're an entrepreneur." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I just DJ and dance and hustle." Mm-hmm. No, that's what you do, but you're setting yourself up to something important, because you're consistent and blah, 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 but you just you haven't connected everything, da-da-da. And this is, like I said, this is a process of multiple meetings and months and years where I'm like, okay, I know what I like, I know what I love, I know what I hate. I know that I need this kind of money. I know my expenses are this. I can teach from Monday through Thursday, and then Thursday night through Sunday night. If I have to DJ, I can DJ, right? And I've found a good balance. And I can be on my feet all day, working with these kids and teaching, and then on the weekend, I can just play music, and then other people can dance. I don't have to instruct them, but they're dancing on their own. But I'm still around it. Yeah. So I'm still working on myself, but it's a good balance, which is very rare to have. Because some people, I fix cars all day, but on the weekend, I'm an R&B singer. Like, that's two different worlds. And someone's going to tell you, pick a path, And me, it's like, my path kind of rides right next to each other. God, knock on wood, knock on this table here. So I'm
a lot
trying
of people
to
don't understand that.
No, they don't. And you know what? I don't blame them. People say life is short, right? Mm-hmm. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. It's really long. It's really hard. It's really frustrating, right? Mm-hmm. But when you kind of figure something out, a little something, dude, things line up.
Right.
Like, things really line up. And I don't know if this is a closing statement, but I enjoy this conversation, first of all. But it's dude, find what you love, find a mentor, get a little, some success to yourself, and ride that wave. Like, be smart too. Be smart. Don't be like, yo, I love, all of a sudden I started dancing and I got to, do something with the Lost Boys. Oh, I'm gonna do this forever. Cool. Well then, find someone that does it. Focus. Find the right way to.
I always tell people when they get into something, like people ask me how they get into DJing, or some people are like, how do I get into DJing? Like, how do you play at this place and that place, or even in jiu-jitsu? Like, how did you get to go train over at this place and blah, blah, blah? How do you know this person? And I always tell them all pretty much the same thing. I said, if you're really into something, first of all, if you love it and you want to practice it on a daily basis, not only that's not good enough, you need to kind of integrate yourself into whatever community that is. If I want to be a professional bowler, like I'm gonna go start bowling, I'm gonna get to know people, and eventually you start falling up. You know who the bad motherfuckers are, the bad motherfucking bowlers. Guys
want to bring their own balls.
Yeah, like you start figuring out like that industry and what are the brands and this and that.
Yes.
You get involved and now you know that industry, and then through that, the more you do it, people will start to know you too. Is there a bowling convention somewhere? Word, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go meet everybody there.
Yeah, Mike, I'm glad you brought that up, because what I was gonna say was, if you want to do something, okay, you kind of have to dive into it respectfully. You don't be like, oh, I'm selling everything,
But if you show up to like every event, like eventually people start to know your face.
Right.
Same thing in DJing, dancing.
Everything. Yeah. I had a conversation with someone that was a really important person at Paramount. This was years ago at a wine music festival. Oh, I was just there. I was invited. Okay, and this guy was like a head of Paramount, right? Old man. And I was like standing next to him at the bar, and I'm probably 19, right? And he's like, oh, how's it going? And I was like, oh, hey. He's like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, well, I'm a dance. This is at the time I wanted to dance and choreograph. He's like, I'm gonna give you 3 words that you need to succeed in this industry. And I'm, as a young kid, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, what? He goes,
this is the golden ticket.
Right.
Start sucking dick.
That did not go through my mind, but as I'm older, I understand where that comes from. But he says,
hey, man.
He says, I was about to get real serious, and you just threw me off. And that was good, though.
I just imagine fanny pack, like just dancing around.
He says the 3 words you got to remember in this industry to make it is obsession, obsession, obsession. And he walks away, and I'm like, what? But as you get older, yeah, I know. I'm like, but it's like, I get it. But it's like, no, you're obsessed with something. You're going to dive into it the right way. And if you want to listen to the right people and follow the right path, then you're going to do that. Yeah. If you're kind of one-off, then you're never going to succeed.
Yeah, there was like a meme that I saw. It was like of Conor McGregor or something like that. Who I'm not really a fan of. That's a whole other story for whatever. I'm really.
You're in martial arts.
Yeah. So anyway, but no, he did say some real shit. Like, they were asking him about his technique and why he was so good, or why he was this, or why he was that. And he just said, he's like, it doesn't have to do with anything. Because I'm obsessed with this shit. Because, you might want to go out and spend the money. He spends the money, but he's obsessed with it.
Yes.
And same thing, I find myself doing the same thing with the things that I love. Like, I went down a rabbit hole last night on YouTube of just like looking up like a guy named Marcelo Garcia, who's like one of the greatest jiu-jitsu practitioners ever. And I spent literally an hour watching individual clips of this dude, and I just went down the fucking rabbit hole. And I'm like, why did I do that? Jesus. Yeah. Why? Because I'm fucking obsessed about this shit. And same thing with DJ. I'm sure you go down the rabbit hole. It's like you start downloading music. Who's this person? Who's this DJ? I start listening to 3-style mixes and who's this guy in Bulgaria?
Exactly.
I'm fucking obsessed with this shit.
It's like, people, outsiders are like, dude, you just like wasted 2 hours. It's like, no, but this is what I'm gonna follow.
Right.
It's important. Like me, like I'm obsessed with DJing. Jazzy Jeff is my favorite DJ. Okay.
Hey.
I know it's kind of, if any listeners that don't know, DJ Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince, Uncle Phil throws him out of the house all the time.
He kept up with the times.
Dude, he is the baddest DJ in the world, still, to me, because of who he is and what he does.
But also the fact that he's kind of remained in the game and he's evolved with the times.
Yeah.
You look at some other DJs, as much as I love him, we've talked about it before. Cool Herc, not the greatest DJ.
Yeah, they stay.
And Jazzy, didn't he just do something with Will Smith recently, like on television?
Oh yeah, they always do like.
They're gonna do some shows out in, I don't know, I think like Bulgaria. I think it's like a week. But he has video. He does routines that he's created, years ago. I literally watch and I do them. I learn them. I spend hours to do exactly what he does.
Right.
Not because I want to be Jazzy Jeff, but I know if I can kind of tap into what I think is great from someone I think is amazing, I can tap into something great on my own.
And eventually that develops into your own style.
Exactly.
So like even as a b-boy, I admired and like idolized Remind from Style Elements. So, I mean, dancers out there would know who he was, and I used to like really just kind of mimic his style and just do all kinds of things. And like a lot of people in the beginning were like, oh, this guy's biting our mind, this guy's biting our mind. And then after a while, they're like, holy shit, this guy's fucking good.
Yeah.
And then like that style, there's like a little imprint of him, but I developed my own style through it.
I mean, you have. I think we're always getting influenced by someone. So if we
like I just
take that into our own style, it's like a part of him.
Who's great right now in hip hop? Say like in hip hop. Who's the greatest right now?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
He praises who all the time? Everyone. Everyone that is a part of him and what he's done. Everyone has to pull for. If you're great, you're gonna pull for someone great.
Pull from something. And on that note, Chad, thank you.
I am so happy
coming through to the drop.
I'm cleansed. This was
thank
good.
you. Do you have Instagram?
Social media. Boom.
Social media?
Okay. Plugs. Okay. Follow me at Chadddaddy. CHADDDADDY. That's 5 D's total.
ADD?
Yep. I have ADD in there. CHADDDADDY. You can also jump on my website, www.chadddaddy.com. Reach out to me on social media. I'm doing events all the time. I'm playing this Saturday in downtown Pomona, if anybody's familiar with that. Yeah, the IE. Yep, exactly. And yo, man, reach out. And let's all develop together and have fun together and be successful and just create more positive vibes in this crazy world that we live in. And and hopefully I'll be back on TheDrop.
Yeah, you will.
Good times.
On that, can you close us out with some music, Chad?
Oh shoot, man, you got me working overtime. Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in today on TheDrop. Make sure that you follow us on Instagram at TheDrop Radio, on Twitter at TheDrop Radio. Track Life Radio, we are Track Life, J. Chris Moore, Randy Vision, DJ Mike Murder, King Shaw, 5-5, shout out to Brittany out in Mexico City, and the one and only Alexis Marie. Hit me up. Just kidding. And we out of this B. Shout out to Cupcake and Crystal. And Lorenzo!